Hi guys, Greg here for Newegg. What I'd like to talk to you guys today about is this. This is a Wavelink USB 3.0 SATA hard drive disk enclosure. What this will allow you to do is to be able to take a 2.5 inch disk that has a SATA connector on it and put it into a case so that you can bring it around with you whenever you travel, anywhere basically, because those little 2.5 inch SATA disks, you can't use them unless you're going to plug it into a dock or you're going to install it inside a computer usually. So what do you do with them? Well, I have a little one like this sitting around on my desk at home. When I got this case to review it, I found this is really cool because this was actually a disk that was sitting in my laptop computer that I hadn't used for some time, and I was wondering what was on this disk. And I know actually sometimes it happens, maybe your other component of your laptop crashes and you don't want to fix it anymore, so you got these disks sitting around. How can you use them again? How can you get your data out of them? It's kind of annoying. You got to put it in dock, transfer every data to maybe another storage media. But what you can do with this case is really cool because you just take the case, you take your disk, and you snap it in there, right? And put the cover on, you're good to go. It's ready for you to use it just like this. It doesn't need an external power supply. It doesn't need anything else to get it going. And it's now just the same as one of those commercially prepared small 2.5 inch drives that you would buy in a shop somewhere for a lot more money. It has this little port here. You plug your USB cable into it and you plug the other end into your computer and you're good to go. The USB, of course, is backwards compatible. This is USB 3.0, but it's backwards compatible with older versions of USB. And this is going to work on Windows. It's going to work on Mac. It's hot swappable. You don't need to turn the computer on and off to unplug it. It works just the way it is. And what's good about this as well is that we're transferring at 5 Gbps, but we're also using something called UASP. Now, UASP is a USB attached SCSI protocol. It performs up to 70% faster when you compare to conventional USB 3.0 bot that we were using before. And when you have a compatible host controller, the UASP comes with another benefit, and it requires less processor resources, actually up to about 80% savings. So when you get read and write speeds now over 300 Mbps, you'll feel like your disk is connected right to the SATA port when you're using this case with the UASP, but in fact you're just going through USB 3. That means you're going to be wasting a lot fewer time for your transfers to go over, and your computer is going to be faster while you're working on other applications because you're not using as much of the CPU on the transfer, and the CPU is now freed up to do other things. The case is really light, it's very portable, it's going to keep your disk really secure, and you can even make it more secure. There's little holes on the bottom here where you can put in set screws so that the disk is really nice and firmly in here. I mean, you don't need to do that all the time, just you wanted to change them a couple times, you didn't need to put the set screws in. But if you're going to make it kind of more like a permanent installation, put the set screws in and you're good, steady, and secure. So this is a really little handy box. I'm sure there's other ones on the market that you could buy that are pretty cheap and maybe the quality is questionable, but when I looked at this one compared to ones that I've had before, I found it's not bad actually. The disk in there is pretty secure. The case cover opens and closes nicely. It just snaps really securely into place. And I tested it out with my old disk that I had around my home. It worked perfectly, and I would actually use this myself. So that's my introduction for this lovely little case, and I'll be looking forward to be talking to you about next product when you come back to me. I'm Big G, signing off. That's all for now.